We live in an age where sometimes people say water scarcity will be perhaps the driver for the next world war. I personally don't believe that that is an inevitable path. In fact, history shows that human societies are not prone to looking for conflict, but rather for conflict resolution, particularly when it comes to fundamental elements of life support systems, be it water or be it clean air or other issues. We have seen a model of cooperation emerge, and in the 21st century, what is quite clear is that environmental change phenomena are increasingly global in terms of their origin, but also responses and solutions are premised on a capacity to act collectively as a group of nations, sometimes regionally, sometimes globally. That's why we have seen the emergence of a whole plethora of agreements and conventions and mechanisms for cooperation. I think the role of the United Nations, and particularly the United Nations Environment Programme, is to, one, provide the scientific foundations for allowing policies to emerge, and that is why in the context of climate change we have seen with the IPCC, despite many ideological issues, debates, national interest often preventing countries from perhaps responding to the challenge of climate change, science became incontrovertible to the point where action had to be taken. How do you do this in a context of equity and fairness amongst very different nation states with very different responsibilities? That is why I think we have seen the emergence of the science, followed by a climate change convention, followed by a Kyoto Protocol, and now in 2009 we're looking at a truly historic agreement of how a community of nations can respond to what is an otherwise inevitable path of destruction and misery. That, I think, is the power of both the United Nations as a space beyond national interest to allow facts to be on the table, and secondly to broker agreements that ultimately become acceptable in a very diverse set of nation states.